Hi, everybody. It's meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Welcome to Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. If you are not a fan of videos and would rather read about them, you can go to my website, meteorologistjoecioffi.com, to see the latest post on today's weather. Or you can just download my weather app on Google Play or on the App Store. Just do a search for either Joe Cioffi or meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Can't make it any easier than that. Okay, let's get started this morning as we are awaiting the arrival of the next cold front, and there it is on the satellite view, pretty well defined in terms of the cloud structure, crossing in through eastern and central Pennsylvania, and there's another tail edge of clouds that runs down through southern Michigan. So this is all sweeping eastward. We have a very, very strong upper trough that is driving all this. The jet stream in the atmosphere taking a big dip southward into the east. You can also see low pressure that is out to the east offshore. That actually is pulled away. It helped weaken thunderstorms overnight and this morning early this morning as they were moving eastward. You get the dry air that subsides on the western sides of these lows, and that has helped to improve weather conditions. So notice we have a clear hole in between the two systems. We'll have some daytime heating to contend with, and that should help elevate thunderstorm activity later on today. Here's how it looks across the U.S. As we are mostly dry in the mid-Atlantic and down through the southeast into Florida, and we've got some action overnight and into the morning hours across parts of the southern plains, the northern plains, and northward. That's where our air is coming from for the next couple of days, and it's going to be quite the cool shot of air indeed. So here's how it looks on the surface map this morning. You've got the low offshore. You're in a bit of a warm sector here with the dew points starting to climb up into the 60s. We're not going to see really true tropical air moving up the eastern seaboard. So this is going to perhaps limit how strong these thunderstorms get. But nonetheless, severe weather risk from northeastern Virginia through Maryland, south central, southeastern Pennsylvania, all of New Jersey, southeastern New York, Long Island, Connecticut, and on up into parts of western New England and through a small quarter of northeastern New York State. The best approach with all of this with respect to these storms, the weather models are never really all that clear in the super short range when it comes to these thunderstorms. We saw that last week. So the best approach is keep an eye on the radar, eye to the sky, and pay attention to any watches or warnings that might be going up later today. So here we've got the thunderstorms in central PA. Part of this line is going to weaken somewhat as it moves eastward, and then a secondary line fires up late this afternoon and evening. Threat time, figure sometime between, say, 2 or 3 p.m. in eastern Pennsylvania and a bit later as you go eastward. So a general time frame, say 3 p.m. to about 8 p.m. as these storms swing through from west to east. Here's what it looks like on the NAM model, the North American model, as the front comes through late this afternoon. This is for this particular map is 6 p.m. This evening. And I'll bring it up a little bit closer here. And at least from the standpoint of this particular model, the NAM, and some of the other short-range models, it's not the most robust-looking line in the world. But again, these short-term models have been having their issues. The front goes by, and in comes a shot of very cool air for the first part of next week, Monday and Tuesday. And it's going to make you think about either back in April, or it's going to make you think ahead towards September. These are the forecast low temperatures for Monday morning. So we'll be down in the 50s, and there will be some 40s in cool spots. But Tuesday during the day is going to be a real struggle for temperatures as this is Sunday's highs. These are today's highs, which will be in the upper 70s and low 80s. But for Monday, we are looking at high temperatures that are going to have a very difficult time getting out of the 60s. Both to our south, down in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area, only near 70. The metro areas will be close to 70, and everybody else struggling. Tuesday, looking for high temperatures, a little bit higher, back up into the upper 60s and low 70s in most places. And then by the time we get to Wednesday, we should see a general warm up with ahead of the next cold front with highs in the upper 70s and low 80s. We'll probably see a return to showers and storms late Wednesday into Thursday with the next cold front, and some questions about the weather pattern toward the latter part of next week. It looks like it may want to go back to one of these situations with the stall frontal boundary to the south and cool air to the north, hot air to the south of that boundary, and we may be lying very close to that, bringing with it the threat for some showers and thunderstorms. And of course, we'll explore that more later on today and of this coming week as we get into all of the developments weather-wise going forward. Okay, that's it for Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Have a great Sunday. We will see you later. Website posts will be up later today. We'll keep an eye on the ongoing severe weather situation.